we have seen in the second part of the video or the lesson the race, and now we are continuing the same lesson. Now let's see. As I told you that all the participants in the ground, all of them were ready to run when the whistle was blew. All the participants, they started running with their all strength, with all their might, and all of them had determination. They had decided that they will win the race, and all of them were hoping to win the race. But after that we see that in the lead, or at the first in the first, the fastest of them all was Tarun. And Tarun, he was when he was running, he saw back, and he saw himself ahead of everybody. So he felt very proud on himself. And then while he was feeling so proud on himself, it's written on the track there was a shallow path, means a little path we can say, or not a deep path. In Hindi we call that uthla rasta. On the track there was a shallow path, little path we can say. And he was running fast. Tarun was running very fast, and he did not notice at that time, because he was his complete concentration, his attention was backside, and he was feeling so proud on himself, finding himself ahead of everybody. So he did not notice that shallow path or little path. And then he slipped on that, and breathing fast, he saw, when he fell down, he slipped. Then he was breathing so fast, and he saw other kids leaving him, or other kids going past him, means they were just moving ahead of him, and they were leaving him past or behind. He could not be a loser. He had decided, Tarun had decided that he will not be a loser. So without wasting a single second, or without wasting a second, he got up, and he ran with all his strength. Now, being quick, Tarun overtook a few kids ahead of them. Means when he got up and he started running so fast, he left other kids or few kids behind him. But as we talk about his fate or about his destiny, what happened? It was in his destiny. He slipped again, and he fell down. Now what was happening with him? He did not know, and others did not know that what was happening to him. He could not bear him. He did not understand what was happening with him. Now what happened? He looked into the crowd and saw his mother. When he fell second time, he looked in the crowd where his mother was standing. He saw his mother, and his mother was saying something to him. And what she was saying: "Get up, son, get up and run." This is what his mother was saying. So Tarun got up once again. See, second time he fell down, but he got again. And then what happened? It's written, he was among the few, last few, and but he did not give up. He was among the last few participants, among the 50 participants. He was among the few participants, but he did not give up. It's written, once more he overtook some children, means he left some other children behind with his strength. And then somewhere in his mind it was going on, or he was feeling, or he was expressing worry in his mind, or he was feeling worry in his mind, and he was thinking a lot about it, that if I lose, what will happen? If I lose, I will not be trained by Ram Narayan. If I lose, what my parents will think about me. If I lose, what my friends will think about me. Again, they will make fun of me. They will have mock on me. My father will be again angry on me, and I will be failed to prove myself to my father that at least I am good in something. This is all was going in his mind. See, he was running, he was giving his complete effort, and by that he was leaving some of the children behind him. Even then, there was a lot of things which was going in his mind. And it's written further on, when he ran a little far or little further, he fell third time. He fell first time because he did not notice the shallow path. Second time he fell down, and when he saw his mother in the audience, he got up again. And this is the third time that he fell down. Why? Because he was thinking about everything, or he was worrying a lot more. And then what happened? Tears were rolling down his cheeks. The tears were rolling down from his eyes. And then it's written, how will he get into, he was thinking this, listen, how will he get into Ramnarayan's training school now? How will he prove to his parents that he was a talented? He was the last kid on the track now. He was thinking all this when he fell third time on that track. These all, the things were going in his mind. How will he get entry in the training school of Ramnarayan? How will he prove his parents that he was talented, he was good at least in something? He was the last kid on the track. And it's written, he turned his eyes toward the stands, and then he heard Ramnarayan screaming. Means he was crying out in shrill voice or loud voice. What he was making loud voice, or what he was shouting? Let's see. Ramnarayan, he was saying, come on Tarun, run, run, run. And it's written further on. And so he got up third time. See, first time he fell down, got up. Second time he fell down, got up. And third time he fell down and got up. And then you see, this 12-year-old, that Tarun, he was 12 years old, and he was determined boy. He had decided. And then what he says, who was last on track? That Tarun, who was the fastest of them all, he was in the last on that track, and he got up and ran with his all strength, and he had whatever all the strength he had. And then the crowd who were on in that stadium, all the audience, they were cheering up for Pawan, the boy who had won the race. That boy who Tarun, not Tarun, but Pawan has won the race. But to Tarun's surprise, Tarun did not think why. He did not expect that the audience and the people who were in the stadium, they will cheer up for him. But he was simply running, or he was any way he wanted to complete the race. Now what happened? All the audience, they were shouting and cheering up for Pawan. But here something happened surprisingly. What happens? There was louder applause, the clappings clappings and shouting and cheering for whom? For Tarun. What was happening? You see, when he crossed the finishing line last, when Tarun crossed the finishing line at the last, the audience, they cheered up for his determination, for his decision, and valor of never giving up. Valor meaning courage. He was determined and he was courageous, and he had a strong feeling of never giving up. That is the important thing for all the athletes and all the the athletes. And then he bowed his head with shame. Who? Tarun, he bowed down, he just put down his head with shame, and he said to Ramnarayan, I am sorry sir, I lost. Now what happened? Ramnarayan, he says, no son, to me you have won the toughest race, the race of your life. You got and start afresh each time you fell. Means Ramnarayan here, he is appreciating to Tarun, and by saying this, that you have won the toughest race of your life. You fell down one time, and second time, again you got up. Second time you fell down, again you got up. Third time you fell down, again you woke up, and you kept running. So you are the real winner in my sight. And Ramnarayan also says this, you are a real hero. Okay, Ramnarayan says to Tarun that you are a real hero. Your training starts from tomorrow. See, even Tarun lost the race, but he proved that he was a good person, or he was a good athlete. He was not a black sheep. Anyhow, Ramnarayan understood, and he started his training from tomorrow. And then it's written, Tarun could not believe his ears. He did not believe his ears what was happening with him, and then tears again it was rolling down from his eyes, from his cheek, it was rolling down from cheek, and he smiled at his mother, and his mother hugged him and said, "You are the best son in the world." Let me say you this. You know what? You and I, may not be good in everything, but there is something good in us. There is at least one skill or one quality in us. Like Tarun, he was not good in studies. Tarun, he was not good in dance. He was not good in singing. Tarun was not good in painting. He was not good in anything, but he was good in one thing, and that was race. You might be thinking that you are having no talent. You might be thinking that I am the black sheep of the family. I am disliked person of the family. Nobody likes me. That may be your thinking, but you are most valuable person. You must have the determination like Tarun. You must have that feeling of never giving up. Just keep doing your passion. If you have strong determination and courage of never giving up, nothing can stop you achieve your dream. Like Tarun, he had a dream of being a fastest runner in the world. You can also be the fastest, not the fastest, but you can be what you want to be in your life. Tarun achieved his goal. It's because he did not give up, and he won the respect in the sight of everybody. All the audience, they respected him. All the audience, they cheered for him. Even he won a respect in the sight of his teacher Ram Narayan, and even he proved himself, or he proved to his mother that or to his parents that he was not a black sheep of the family. So you can also do the same if you keep doing your passion, if you are determined, if you do not give up. If you have that feeling, you can win the race, or the race of your life. Why? Because there are ups and downs in the life. There are success and failures in the life. So you can too achieve the goal if you have the strong determination. Now let's see about the author. The author of the lesson is Nisha Punjabi. Okay, so let's a little bit know about Nisha Punjabi. Nisha Punjabi is a freelance writer. Freelance means self-employed writer. He does not do a job, regular job in a particular company, but Nisha Punjabi is self-employed self-employed person. So Nisha Punjabi works for different companies at the same time. Okay, now what happened? Nisha Punjabi is a freelance writer based in Lucknow, UP. Presently, she is working for BindasDaily.com, and she was employed in Lucknow Times Daily, magazine of Times of India. From July 2004 to January 2005, and she has written around 50 articles on several prominent people residing in the city. She has won a prize, a sports category in a writing competition, story writing competition of Children Book Trust in 2001. So this is a little bit information about Nisha Punjabi. So I hope you understood at least something about from this lesson.